Imagine a world grappling with more frequent and intense heat waves, where coastal cities face the looming threat of rising sea levels. Picture widespread droughts disrupting agriculture and displacing communities. This is not a scene from a dystopian novel. It is the potential reality of a future profoundly shaped by climate change. The question that confronts us now is, how will we respond to this pressing global challenge? The choices we make today will determine the course of our planet's future and the well-being of generations to come. Climate change is often mistakenly equated with simply hotter summers or colder winters. However, it is a far more complex phenomenon. Climate change refers to long-term shifts in global temperatures and weather patterns. These shifts are primarily driven by the increasing concentrations of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere, primarily caused by human activities. The consequences of these changes extend far beyond mere temperature fluctuations, impacting ecosystems, sea levels, and the delicate balance of our planet's climate system.
In recognition of the urgent need to address climate change, the United Nations has established 17 Sustainable Development Goals to guide global development efforts. SDG 13, specifically focused on climate action, calls for urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. This goal serves as a rallying cry for nations to work collaboratively in reducing greenhouse gas emissions, strengthening resilience to climate-related hazards, and integrating climate action into national policies and strategies.
To comprehend the science behind climate change, it is essential to understand the greenhouse effect. This phenomenon is a fundamental aspect of our planet's climate system and plays a crucial role in maintaining the Earth's temperature. Imagine the Earth enveloped by a blanket of gases, such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. These gases are naturally present in the atmosphere and are vital for sustaining life by keeping the planet warm enough to support ecosystems. These gases trap some of the sun's heat, preventing it from escaping back into space. This process is similar to how a greenhouse works, hence the name greenhouse effect. Without this natural insulation, our planet would be too cold to sustain life as we know it. This natural process is essential for life as we know it, keeping the planet at a habitable temperature. It ensures that our ecosystems thrive, providing a stable environment for plants, animals, and humans to flourish. However, human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, have significantly increased the concentration of these greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, trapping more heat and leading to a gradual warming of the planet. This enhanced greenhouse effect is causing global temperatures to rise, leading to climate change and its associated impacts, such as more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and disruptions to natural ecosystems.
Section 5, the human fingerprint on climate change. The link between human activities and climate change is undeniable. The Industrial Revolution marked a turning point, ushering in an era of unprecedented reliance on fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas. The burning of these fuels releases massive amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Deforestation, industrial processes, and agricultural practices further exacerbate the problem, amplifying the greenhouse effect and accelerating the pace of climate change.
Section 6. The unfolding consequences. Weather extremes, rising seas, and ecosystem disruption. The consequences of climate change are already being felt across the globe. Extreme weather events, such as hurricanes, heat waves, droughts, and floods, are becoming more frequent and intense. Sea levels are rising due to the melting of glaciers and the expansion of seawater as it warms, threatening coastal communities and infrastructure. Ecosystems are struggling to adapt to the rapidly changing climate, leading to shifts in species distribution, loss of biodiversity, and disruptions to delicate ecological balances.
Section 7. The urgency of now. Why SDG 13 matters. The scientific evidence is clear climate change is real. It is happening now, and it is driven by human activities. The urgency of addressing this global challenge cannot be overstated. SDG 13 provides a framework for collective action. urging nations to implement ambitious measures to reduce their carbon footprint and mitigate the impacts of climate change. The longer we delay, the more severe the consequences will be, and the more challenging it will become to reverse the course.
Section 8. Mitigation. Turning the tide with renewable energy and sustainable practices. Addressing climate change requires a two-pronged approach: mitigation and adaptation. Mitigation involves reducing greenhouse gas emissions to slow down the rate of warming. Transitioning to renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydropower is crucial. Improving energy efficiency, promoting sustainable transportation, and reducing deforestation are also essential components of mitigation efforts. By embracing clean technologies and sustainable practices, we can curb our carbon footprint and pave the way for a more sustainable future.
Section 9. Adapting to a changing world. Science and innovation as our tools. Adaptation involves adjusting to the impacts of climate change that are already occurring and preparing for future risks. This includes developing drought-resistant crops, building seawalls to protect coastal communities, and improving early warning systems for extreme weather events. Scientific research and technological innovation play a vital role in developing effective adaptation strategies. By harnessing the power of science and technology, we can enhance our resilience to the changing climate and minimize the negative impacts on human societies and ecosystems.
Section 10. Leading the Charge: Success Stories in Climate Action. In this chapter, we explore the remarkable strides being made in the fight against climate change. Despite the challenges, there are reasons for optimism. Communities are coming together, driven by a shared vision of a sustainable future. Around the world, communities, businesses, and governments are taking action to combat climate change. From small towns to bustling cities, innovative solutions are being implemented. The Paris Agreement, a landmark international accord aimed at limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius, stands as a testament to the global commitment to addressing this pressing issue. This agreement has galvanized nations to set ambitious targets and work collaboratively. From the expansion of renewable energy in Europe, where wind farms and solar power plants are becoming a common sight, to the reforestation efforts in the Amazon rainforest, where volunteers tirelessly work to restore vital ecosystems, inspiring examples of climate action are emerging across the globe. Diverse communities are engaging in meaningful projects, showcasing the power of collective action, demonstrating that solutions are within reach. These success stories highlight the potential for a brighter, more sustainable future. By learning from these initiatives, we can all contribute to the global effort to combat climate change.
Section 11. Every action counts. Our role in combating climate change. In this chapter, we will explore the various ways in which each of us can contribute to the fight against climate change. Combating climate change is not just the responsibility of governments and large organisations. It requires a collective effort from individuals, communities, and nations. Every small action, when multiplied by millions of people, can lead to significant change. We can all make a difference by reducing our carbon footprint through simple everyday choices. For instance, recycling at home, turning off lights when not in use, and using reusable bags instead of single-use plastics are small steps that can have a big impact. Using public transportation, biking, or walking instead of driving, conserving energy at home, and being mindful of our consumption habits are all ways to reduce our environmental impact. Adopting a more sustainable lifestyle can collectively contribute to a significant reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. This includes making our homes more energy efficient, installing solar panels, and participating in community garden projects. By raising awareness, advocating for change, and making responsible choices, we can inspire others to join the movement. Attending climate rallies, participating in awareness campaigns, and supporting environmental education in schools are powerful ways to spread the message. We can all play a part in shaping a more sustainable and resilient future for generations to come. Planting trees, celebrating Earth Day, and enjoying green spaces with our families are not just activities, they are commitments to a healthier planet. Together we can make a difference.